Hello, Mindy. Today we are going over the scores from the assessments that were given to Sarah last week. We will start with the Weight 3 assessment. This one she did very well in, and we have provided you a parent report which gives you some background information on the different subtests that this assessment has, and it will show you two graphs that will help you see where Sarah lies within the average scores. So based on these results, she is average or above average on listening comprehension. For her sentence comprehension, she is above average on sentence combining, but sentence building, she is below average. For essay composition, she is below average on both word count and theme and development text organization. For oral expression, she is above average or average on all of those subtests. Another one she's below average in is written expression and math fluency. She is average on oral language, total reading, basic reading, reading and comprehension fluency. She's low on mathematics, which means she is 2 standard deviations below the mean. And she is average on total achievement. So if you look at your graphs, you'll see average is about where that mean would be, which is where most children her age score. So you can see her total achievement is right at that average. She's 1 standard deviation away on written expression and math fluency, and you can see she's in that low range, which is 2 standard deviations away from the mean in that mathematics category. On the next one, you can see she's average on most of those there, and she's 1 standard deviation away on word reading, which means she's below average, and she's below average on essay composition, spelling, but as you can see, she's also average on listening comprehension and oral expression, but the numerical operations there is very low, which is 3 standard deviations away from the mean, which is why we believe, as a group, Sarah should have that extra special education time she needs in order to catch up with the children of her age level, and we believe that will be beneficial for her in terms of what we observed as we were testing. When she got flustered, she became very nervous and anxious when the questions got harder, especially in that math and the sentence composition for the essay. We believe if she has that quiet place where she can work at her own pace and where she can learn easier without the distractions of the regular classroom, she will be able to catch up on her math and her essay composition skills to the rest of her peers and slowly be able to be incorporated back into the regular classroom. We do not believe she should be taken out of the regular classroom all day just for the math portions and the essay composition and English portions. Based on the Woodcock results, she is also below average on the reading fluency. She's above average on story recall, which is where we would tell her a story and she would tell that story back to us. And she's above average on directions and being able to follow them. She's below average on the spelling portion of this test, and she is above average on the word writing fluency, which is the sentence composition and writing a sentence from a picture. She's below average on the punctuation and capitalization of her sentences, though, which is why we believe she should be in the special education room for her English and her math. This is not something that you have to go with, and it's not something that has to be put in right away. But we do believe it would be beneficial for her to understand better how all of that works, and it will help her catch up to her peers eventually, and she will have no problems going back into the regular classroom eventually as a result of having this extra help for a couple years.